with Congressman Jim Jordan from Ohio's 4th District. Welcome, Congressman.
Good to be with you.
Conservatives have a lot of expectations for this new Congress. How would you reassure them that you and your colleagues on the Hill received their message?
Well, look, the Republican Study Committee is all about making sure Republicans act like Republicans, and we do what we told the voters we're going to do. And I think that message got through. You think about what's happened in the last couple of years. The town hall meetings that started in August of 2009, and then we had the elections in New Jersey and Virginia with Chris Christie, Bob McDonald. Then we had the Scott Brown election. Then we had November 2nd. Then we had recently the decision by Judge Hudson relative to the individual mandate in health care. I mean, think about the progression we have seen over the last year and a half. The American people have spoke loud and clear, and I think the politicians got the message. Now, we'll see, but I really believe they have. And it's our job as conservatives. It's our job as the conservative members of the Republican Conference to make sure we do the right thing. I always love the line that Dick Armey has. He says, when we act like us, we win. When we act like them, we lose. Our job is to make sure Republicans act like Republicans. And most importantly, when we act like us, America wins. And that's what we got to remember. The American people, in my time in public life, I've never seen the American people more ready, more receptive to the tough love measures that need to be taken to put our country back on the right path. The question is, do the politicians get it? And I think they do. I think they do.
One of the first tests of that was the repeal of Obamacare, which passed the House last night. As it moves now to the Senate, what other steps are you and your colleagues planning to do to help repeal Obamacare?
I mean, yesterday was a great day. I mean, the fact that that progression we talked about from where we were a year and a half, 2 years ago. I remember the summer of 2009 when the Democrat-controlled Congress the House passed the cap and trade, and they were starting into Obamacare, and the whole debate and the whole culture and the whole context was not looking good for conservative principles, looking good for the country. And then here we are, a year and a half later, we repealed Obamacare in the House of Representatives. Now, we'll see what the Senate does. Hopefully some of those senators have found the Lord and are going to do the right thing when the bill comes to them, but we'll see. If they don't, then what we got to do is go after the spending. I mean, so much of this Congress is going to be, like it always is, related to spending, related to how we spend, how we allocate the taxpayers' dollars. So when we get into the budget and the appropriations bills, it will be critical that we say none of this money can be used to implement and fund and further Obamacare. So that's the other vehicle we have to really put a stop to this is in the House where the spending starts, we control the money. We make sure no money goes towards implementing Obamacare.
And as chair of the Republican Study Committee, what do you see as some of the biggest priorities that you have for this year?
There's three priorities. I mean, if you listen to this, stop spending, stop spending, stop spending. I mean, it is. This election last fall was about repealing Obamacare. We've started on that, making sure taxes don't go up, and stopping the crazy spending. And in the next 6 months, it will be all about how we allocate and spend taxpayer money. You got the continuing resolution, you got the budget fight, you got the debt ceiling issue, and then you got the 12 appropriation bills. So it's all about stopping the ridiculous spending. And we've already started into that discussion with the CR continuing resolution that comes up here in the next few weeks. Advocating that we go to the full $100 billion in non-defense discretionary cuts in discretionary spending. So it's all about those things, and that's where you're going to see the focus. Now that doesn't mean we forget about those other key value issues, those key principles that make our country special, like protecting life and protecting family, and those are critical too, and we should never forget those, and we won't. But the focus is going to be on spending.
Great. Thank you, Congressman.
Thank you.